Well, good morning, everybody in Facebook world. This is Pastor Randy Carr here from Beaver Dam Mennonite Church doing my daily devotional, and I got a treat for you today. While we're home stuck in the house, I'm going to have some fun and share some of my new talents today. So if you're out there in Facebook world, we'd love to see you go live with us. Got a few more things here to do, and then I'll get started. So I'm excited for this. This will be fun, I hope. Probably a little embarrassing for me too, but let me get a couple things. Gotta get some adjustments done here, and we're ready to go. So one more, almost there. I'm learning all this technology and sound stuff and getting it better for your viewing pleasure. So I told my wife this morning she had to watch, but she's going to be a little embarrassed with me, so that's okay. I've embarrassed her many, many a times over the years. Come on, this computer's not working. Here we go. One more second. The little wheel's turning, so okay. So I think we're set. So if anybody out there in Facebook world, are you ready? I got a treat for you today. So today we're talking about our God-given talents. And that's a big one. That's our God-given talents are something that I believe that Scripture teaches us that God has blessed us with these talents and that we are to use them every day. I mean, every chance, every opportunity we get. So today I'm going to give you a treat. I've been learning something. This is the first time ever, the big debut of my singing career. I've been practicing a little bit, and I think I got this down pat. So I see we got 6 of you out there viewing, so hopefully a few more jump on. But I'm gonna debut my music career this morning. So hope you're ready here. It's a song written by Mac Davis, one of my favorites. Now this song was taught to me many, many years ago by my uncle, who I deeply, deeply respect. He's a fellow pastor as well, and when we were young, this was a big song I used to hear him singing, and it just stuck with me. So you ready for this, folks? Okay. Now I got to turn my hat backwards because I see all these musicians on Facebook doing this as well. So got to get the tune right. Okay. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a whale of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. That was awesome. I'll stop there with one verse. So I think I'm really getting the hang of this here. But so in all seriousness, that is not a talent I have. And obviously you can tell by listening. I also am very good at sarcasm, but there's no doubt in my mind that God gives us our talents, our different things we're good at, and things that are good. These gifts are from above. The Scripture teaches us that. But a little bit about me. One of the things that I've learned about myself over the years is that I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I can fix cars, build houses, run heavy equipment. I've farmed for many years, grew crops, corn, soybeans, raised beef cows. And I can do many things. And I think one of my major talents is if I don't know how to do it, I'm not afraid to try to figure it out. Now I'm not an expert in really, I don't think, anything. And I've made tons of mistakes. I've learned over the years, a lot that I've learned has been the hard way. Broken lots of things, cost me a lot of money, redoing things, figuring them out. But that's one of my gifts, is just a little, being able to do a little bit of everything. And I have other things I'm good at too. But one of my gifts from God that I fully believe is my determination to learn things and to figure things out. Especially if I'm not familiar with something, maybe the guitar, maybe someday I'll actually learn how to play it. I do know that there's terms like chords and charts and all that stuff, but I really have no clue what they mean. Anyhow, maybe someday I'll pick that up. But one of the things that's in my blood is farming. And if it's in yours, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. And it is a gift, I think a gift from God. Some days it feels more like a curse because I can't get away from it. My wife probably doesn't know this, so if she watches this, I'll be in trouble. But one of the things I'm doing today is ordering some seed for sweet corn and tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, because I think maybe, just maybe, this is how farmers think. I think maybe with all this, everything being shut down, people are going to can more in the fall. So I'm going to grow some Roma tomatoes so you guys can make your own sauce, all that stuff. So, and I've done this before. And usually when I do it, I have these big aspirations of selling the tomatoes, and I usually end up just giving them all away because that's just how my heart works. But anyhow, farming is just in my blood. And it's this gift from God. But neatness is a gift that I didn't get. Those of you at church have poked your head in my office from time to time. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But when I used to farm back in Ohio, when I lived there just south of Youngstown, I farmed about a little over 300 acres. And I also was teaching school full time. So spring planting season was kind of a crazy time for me. And it never failed every year. You guys at farm know this, things break. And when a big piece of equipment breaks or something that's important, what I would do is I would, of course, rush back to the garage, and I'm in the evenings now fighting darkness and working under the lights and all that stuff. And so I'd get my tools out, and I'd get the thing fixed, and I'd just drop the tools, everything where I was, and take off to the field and get work done. So if you ever saw my garage in Ohio, it was a mess. I mean, a complete mess. It always was. When we moved, I forget how many loads of scrap I hauled out of there and garbage. It was a nice garage. I just had a lot of stuff in it. And I've carried that talent over to living up here in Corey, Pennsylvania. So where am I going with all this? I want to read 1 Peter. 1 Peter, I'm going to read 7 through 10, but really pay attention to verses 9 and 10. So Peter writes, the end of all things is near. Excuse me, not in. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert. And this really can maybe tie into where we're at today. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert, of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. You know, my youngest son, Raymond, his gift is completely opposite of mine. Now, he's a hard worker, loves being outside on the farm, but his gift is neatness. I mean, he's an absolute neat freak, and he can't stand sharing a room with his older brother because his older brother is more like me. But it's really awesome to watch him. You know, these past few days, he's been at home. He has spent his time off cleaning my garage. And this is a monumental task. This isn't something little. This is huge. I mean, everything organized on shelves, workbenches emptied, clean, floors swept, things put away. He even went so far as organizing my toolbox. I mean, nuts, bolts, everything. It's perfect. This is a talent I do not have, but Raymond has used this talent that he's received, I believe, from God to make my life a little brighter and a little easier. Now, of course, he says I'm never allowed in my garage again because he's not doing this again. He's not allowing me to mess it up anymore. But you know, I love Raymond. He does. I love all my kids. But this is a little story about Raymond, a little something you guys I thought would need to know. But one of the things I think he lived out 1 Peter 4 verses 9 and 10. I'm going to read again. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. I love that, without grumbling. That's a big part of this. Offer hospitality without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. So that's my challenge to you guys today, to you guys in Facebook world. If you're watching on YouTube, click and like and subscribe to our page. I don't even really know what that is, but I hear people say it all the time when they do YouTube videos. So subscribe. Use your God-given talents like I got here. I want to challenge each of you to do that, to make this world a better place to live in, especially in these crazy times. But as we come out of these crazy times, I want you to continue to do that, to continue to share your God-given talent. So, hey, that's it. That's all I got. Have a great day, people. We'll see you tomorrow. Love y'all.